Welcome to our explainer. Along India's massive coastline, there's this really unique kind of forest. It's a silent guardian and honestly one of nature's most powerful and vital ecosystems. So today, we're going to dive in and uncover its secrets.
All right, I want to start things off by asking you a question. When you think of nature's best defense against the sheer power of the ocean, what pops into your head? Maybe a huge cliff? A giant wall of rock?
Well, the answer might actually surprise you. It's not some impenetrable wall of stone. Nope, it's something far more alive, way more complex, and a whole lot more resilient. It's a forest.
And that living, breathing shield is the mangrove forest. It's the very heart of what we're talking about today. India's silent green guardians.
So what exactly are mangroves? This definition from our source material is just perfect. It's a unique ecosystem where the land literally kisses the sea, a world that's wild, resilient, and totally life-giving. This isn't just a bunch of trees, It's this incredibly dynamic world that just thrives in that special zone between low and high tide.
And India is home to some of the most spectacular examples on the entire planet. We've got the Sundarbans, the biggest mangrove forest in the world, and the only place you'll find the Royal Bengal tiger roaming. Then there's Bhitarkanika in Odisha, which is a true sanctuary for crocodiles and all kinds of exotic birds. And of course, the Godavari Krishna Delta, just an absolute cradle of biodiversity. Put them all together and you've got this nearly 5,000 square kilometer ecosystem just brimming with life.
But here's the thing. These forests aren't just beautiful. They're incredibly powerful. In fact, you could say they have a whole set of superpowers.
We can break down their power into four main roles. They're a coastal shield, a biodiversity nursery, a community lifeline, and a climate warrior. So, let's start with how they protect the coast.
First up, their job as a coastal shield. You know those dense, tangled roots you see in all the pictures? Well, they are a seriously tough natural barrier. When cyclones or tidal waves slam into the coast, the mangroves just absorb and break up the energy of the waves. They dramatically reduce the force, and in doing so, they save lives and homes.
Now, those same roots that protect the coast also create this safe haven for all sorts of marine life, acting as a crucial biodiversity nursery. And that safe haven? It's also a community lifeline. These forests are just woven into human life. They provide a safe place for fish, crabs, and shrimp to grow up. Plus, they're a source for fuel wood, honey, even ingredients for traditional medicines. They quietly support millions of people every single day.
Okay, but their final superpower, their role as a climate warrior? This is the real aha moment. Get this. Mangrove soils are incredibly good at capturing and storing carbon. So good, in fact, that they can store up to 4 times more carbon than a tropical rainforest. 4 times! That makes them one of our planet's most critical allies in the fight against climate change.
So you hear all that and you realize these ecosystems are priceless, which makes the reality of their situation all the more serious. Because these invaluable guardians, they are under threat.
The contrast here is just stark. On one side, you've got everything these forests give us. Safety for our coasts, livelihoods and resources for communities, and these precious nurseries for biodiversity. And on the other side, you have the threats they face from us. Unchecked urban expansion, industrial pollution, and unsustainable development that are quite literally choking them.
It's a simple and, frankly, devastating truth. Despite everything we know about how important they are, everything we've just talked about, these vital forests are disappearing all around the world, and India is no exception.
But this story doesn't have to end in despair. Because while one tide is threatening the mangroves, another one is rising up to help them. And this is a rising tide of hope.
All across the country, people are realizing what's at stake, and they are taking action. In Maharashtra, we're seeing these huge mangrove restoration projects. Down in Tamil Nadu, it's the local communities themselves leading the charge on conservation. And over in Gujarat, they're pioneering sustainable ecotourism, which gives people a real economic reason to protect these incredible places. It's become this really powerful grassroots movement. This isn't just about some top-down policy. This is about people on the ground rising up to protect the very ecosystems that have been protecting them.
So what's the big takeaway from all of this? I think it's the understanding that the future of these forests is completely tied to our own. It's our future, and so it's our fight.
The connection couldn't be clearer. The health of these coastal forests is directly linked to our own well-being. Their future is our future. When our coastlines are safe, when our biodiversity is rich, when our climate is more stable, we all win. It's as simple as this. When mangroves thrive, so do we.
And that really just leaves us with one final, crucial question. We've seen how these silent green guardians protect our future every single day. So the question we have to ask ourselves now is, how will we protect theirs?